Have you ever been in a room and noticed that one person who's, well, quiet, but seems to see everything? They're the silent observers, and today we're going to decode their incredible power. Think about this quote for a second. You aren't just quiet, you're the most dangerous person in the room because you see everything. Wow, that's a pretty bold statement, right? But what if being quiet isn't a weakness at all, but actually a hidden strength? So what kind of danger are we really talking about here? I mean, it's obviously not about threats or anything malicious. The real danger is to pretense. It's about an ability to see right through all the social masks and the hidden agendas that people wear every single day. Okay, so how does someone even get this ability? Well, it's not magic. It's actually a highly developed skill, kind of like an architect's blueprint for understanding people. And it's almost always born out of necessity. See, this skill is really a form of high emotional intelligence, and it's often forged in the fire of some pretty challenging environments. So for example, imagine a kid who grows up in a home with a lot of unspoken tension. That child might learn to read all the super subtle cues in their parents' behavior just to avoid getting caught in the crossfire. They learn to watch, to listen, and to understand what isn't being said. Now here's where it gets really fascinating. This skill isn't some one-size-fits-all thing. It actually shows up in 3 totally distinct and pretty cool archetypes. You ready? Let's meet the observers. All right, first up, we've got the analytical profiler. Think of them as the detective of the group. Then, there's the hyper-vigilant guardian, who uses this deep awareness like a shield. And finally, we have the quiet healer, who's tuned in to the emotional heartbeat of the room. So, the analytical profiler. This person is like a human supercomputer. They're just constantly processing social data, always looking for patterns. To them, the world is like a giant chess game. And believe me, they are always thinking 3 moves ahead. And this is their superpower. The profiler can spot a fake smile from a mile away. They can tell when someone's pretending to be happy or just going through the motions because to them, the data just doesn't add up. The timing's a little off, the expression doesn't quite reach the eyes. They see the performance for exactly what it is. Okay, now let's look at a completely different kind of observer, the hyper-vigilant guardian. For them, this skill is a defense mechanism. It's like a finely tuned radar that was developed from a deep need to feel safe. The Guardian is an absolute expert at reading micro-expressions. Those super fleeting involuntary facial expressions that give away a person's true emotions in just a fraction of a second. They can spot that flash of anger, a flicker of fear, or a tiny curl of contempt that, let's be honest, most of us would miss entirely. And that gives them an almost predictive sense of what someone's really thinking. And that brings us to our third and final archetype, the quiet healer. This person is like a human tuning fork, just naturally vibrating in harmony with the emotions of everyone around them. They are the true empaths of the world, and they can often feel what you're feeling, even if you don't say a single word. Have you ever had a friend who just knew you were having a bad day, even when you were trying your best to hide it? Yeah, that's the quiet healer at work. Their gift is this deep intuition that just cuts through all the noise. They've got a sixth sense for a person's emotional state. So you've got the profiler, the guardian, and the healer. They're all very different, but they share one massive thing in common. They see the world in a way that most of us just don't. They get the subtext, the hidden language of human interaction. And this, right here, is the crucial point. We live in a world that's absolutely obsessed with noise, right? But in that world, silence is a superpower. It's the key that unlocks a much deeper understanding of everything and everyone in it. The real power isn't in having the loudest voice, it's in having the sharpest eyes. So after hearing all that, which one are you? Do you see yourself in the analytical profiler, the hypervigilant guardian, or the quiet healer? Maybe you're even a mix of them. Really think about it, because now that you can see them, you might just see yourself. And the answer? It might just surprise you.